And I'm using the Celtic cross this time, just to narrow down, one aspect of your life, which is your love life. So let's get started here. For the root of the matter, or the crowning energy, I have the Page of Wands in the reverse position. Now, the Page of Wands is a very spirited and a very kind of hot-blooded type of young energy. So for those who are in a coupled relationship, I feel that you might be a little more demanding of your partner's time, your partner's just, you demand a little more from the relationship, okay? And you're not as understanding of the other person. Therefore, it's important to take a step back and just understand why your partner is not giving you the time that you need, and is not is a little more reserved this month, okay? So I feel that strongly. um and for those who are single as well, I just feel that you have a lot of energy, you have a lot of drive, and you do want to get out there and meet people, and you almost like, you want to just you're very impatient too, and you want to just get out there and start dating and just, fall like madly in love with another person. So there's that that I guess like that newness, but it's projected in a negative way, in that you're a little too pushy this month, okay? So be aware of that. What's crossing you is the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is basically, trying to tell you that the people that you encounter might not be very receptive to this pushy energy. It's okay to be energetic, but at the same time, you have to gauge how others are receiving you and how you come across to other people. Because I just feel that, this is telling you to temper that energy with a little more water, so that you can have a little more balanced approach when you approach other people, okay? And then also, in the cross position, it's also indicative of a water sign as well. For those of you who might have, struggled with a water sign, who are in a relationship with a water sign, you guys might be at cross purposes with each other right now. Either you're in a relationship with them and you're not seeing eye to eye on a lot of things, or if you are out in the dating world and you encounter this water sign, and you actually like this water sign, male or female, and you want to possibly pursue him or her, just be very gentle in your approach. Don't, rush in too fast and too impatiently, because it might scare them off, okay? Because they're very reserved, and they want somebody with a little more finesse. So be careful about that. In terms of your past, I do have the Eight of Pentacles here in the reverse position. So, in the upright position, it indicates apprenticeship and putting a lot of time and energy into learning a new craft, okay? So, for those who are coupled, I feel that you have, spent a lot of time in a relationship. This is 8 months, 8 years, or just an amount of time that you feel is a long time. You work night and day to perfect that relationship, and then at the end the other person walks away from you, or you feel that you had to walk away from the other person, because no matter how much work, no matter how much time you invested into that relationship, it just didn't pay off the way you wanted, okay? So that's a very I feel like it's a very recent disappointment that you're grappling with. Hence the Page of Wands energy, in which, a lot of you are entering the dating scene again, and you're a little pushy, okay? Because I know that after that, you know what you want, but at the same time, like, coming across that way too soon, and especially in a dating environment, it might not be conducive to anything long term, okay? In terms of what's coming in for you, we do have the Fool in the reverse position. So again, this energy is just echoes all the other energies from the other cards. And the Fool in reverse is basically the this could be somebody that is coming in your midst. If it is the person that is coming in, then it's a situation where they're a little more hesitant towards making big commitments, or they're hesitant about, they assess situations fully before they get involved, okay? So for those who are in committed relationship, just know that this is the month in which your partner is taking a step back, and they're a little more skeptical about the things that you do. So, they might be wondering why, and you feel like you might have to explain your actions to them. So, just be careful of that. For those who are single, if you're out there and you're dating again, the people that you get involved with, they're going to be very deliberate about how they approach relationships in general. So I think in general, you're going to, if you're single and you're dating again, you're going to encounter more, more like emotionally mature people, but at the same time they require a little more commitment before they get involved with you. So, coupled with this Page of Wands energy, it's going to be a little frustrating because you're not getting what you want right off the bat. They're going to make you jump through a few hoops first. But also in the Fool, if this Fool is coming in, in the what's coming in right now, it could also be a situation for those who are single, okay? You've invested a lot into a relationship that you had to leave behind, or the other person left you behind. So then you're very cautious about entering new relationships. Therefore, you're like holding yourself back completely. And then this part of you gets repressed. And in the process, you're not getting out there and meeting new people. For those of you who are in committed relationships, you're still working really hard at that situation, and you're not taking enough risk to move the situation in a way that you want, that is better for your emotional needs. You're not voicing your opinions. You're not letting your partner know like what you need to be, emotionally fulfilled in this relationship. And I just feel, with this Queen of Cups crossing you, you don't feel emotionally fulfilled for those who are coupled up. So it's time to have that talk with your partner, okay? Valentine's Day is just the perfect time to do it. People are pretty receptive. Okay, so in terms of your hopes and aspirations, what you're hoping out of this relationship, and you're hoping for a lot of stability with the Nine of Pentacles. It's in the reverse position. So in general, you're hoping for a lot of stability. You're hoping for a lot of leisure time with your partner, and you're also hoping for that really nice, loving, caring, and stable relationship. Okay, and I feel that with your aspirations, in with a reverse card coming out for your position of aspirations, I feel that at this point, you just don't know how this relationship is going to measure up. And for those who are single, I just feel that you're a little frustrated right now in that the people you meet are not living up to your standards, first of all, or they're too deliberate, therefore they're at cross purposes with you, or it's a situation in which, incompatibilities really manifest within relationships, or within, casual dating relationships too, and then you don't see anything going long term, or you haven't met people with the qualities that would allow you to have a stable relationship. So that's how that would manifest itself. So as for this is your subconscious. This is something that is affecting this relationship or this situation that you might not be aware of. And it is the Page of Swords. And, with the two-page energies, I just feel that, well, at least, he's in the upright position. But it's a very young energy. And the Page of Swords is also about honesty, okay? So this is a situation where you have to represent yourself fully. And then when you talk to other people, when you can come across as being too analytical, or you can come across as I guess as a little too jarring with your words, because I have this Queen of Cups here at people who are at cross purposes with yourself. They might feel that you're a little too blunt, a little too forward, and be careful too with the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords. You might be asking people like questions that might be a little too personal, okay? So be aware of that, especially if you're encountering like a water sign, because you don't want to be too invasive, okay? So be careful of these two young energies, especially when you're dating. And then for those who are in a solid relationship, okay, I just feel that if you have children too, you know, the kids might be interfering in your romance department, in that, you know, they're sucking away your time and your energy to be alone with your significant other. And then for those without children, I feel that your ability to communicate has dwindled somewhat. So it's time to reintroduce like the romance into the relationship, instead of talking about, you know, mindless things, or it's time to really have deep conversations. I feel that would really enrich the relationship, rather than talking about like everyday events, and, you know, like really mundane and superficial topics. It's time to really reconnect with your partner in an intellectual way to reinvigorate that relationship, okay? As for the advice from the universe, this is surrounding this situation. I have the Six of Pentacles. And this is quite interesting because there are a lot of Pentacles card, and they're all showing up in the reverse position, which is kind of sad. But this is a love reading, so the Pentacles card take on a different meaning. So Six of Pentacles indicates a card of charity, of giving your time, giving your resources to the people that you care about, okay? So I just feel that, you know, with this month, you might not feel like you're in a state of mind to give, okay? You might be a little stressed out. You might be like, you might be feeling very argumentative, and also, you know, just very impatient. So you might not be able to devote the time and the energy to, um, what is that word, to cater to your partner's whims. Like, for example, if they want to do something like romantic, you know, um for this month, you might not really want to do that because it doesn't bring you the satisfaction, therefore you don't want to do that. Or for those of you who are single, you just don't feel the need for courtship and all of that, because you feel that, you know, if both parties are like each other, there's no need for the extravagant, you know, courtship. So just know that it's romance is a huge part of being in a relationship, okay? So it's mind over matter. So if they want that romance and you really like them, just go out of your way a little bit to accommodate the other person. In terms of your external environment, this is interesting here. I have the Nine of Swords, and it's in the upright position. So obviously, let's see, there is no internet dating or anything related to that. So this is a situation in which, okay, if you have been taking risks in the past when it comes to dating for those who are single, I think, you know, the risks are catching up to you in that they're bringing more problems. I just feel a lot of young energy in general. So if you've been taking risks, you're doing it with people who are very emotionally immature. Therefore, you know, the emotional toll has taken root, and it's keeping you up at night in this situation. As for those who are coupled up, I just feel that the communication style with you and your partner are very out of sync this month. Therefore, it's a little bit jarring, and it's just very difficult to deal with right now. And I just want you to know that energy will pass, okay? I mean, it is Mercury in retrograde until the 11th. So until Valentine's Day, things might get a little better, okay? Or things might get a whole lot better. Just be a little more patient. Just practice a little more patience when dealing with your love partners, your romantic interests. So communication might be a little blocked, or things might get misconstrued around this time to bring about this card in this position, I feel. In terms of your hopes and fears, we have the King of Wands in the reverse position. So in terms of hopes, you're hoping to take more control in the relationship, actually going to be quite difficult, just because you have a very page-like energy here, so your efforts are kind of blocked this month. It's a weird vibe. And in terms of your fears, you feel like very um you don't feel very empowered in this relationship, just because your partner, for those who are a couple, your partner might not see eye to eye with you on a lot of things, or your partner is just really not jiving with your communication style. I feel like there's a lot of blockages with communications too, due to the sword energy, and due to, people like wanting different things. Like with air and water, it's just a really hard mix, okay? And as for your outcome, I first pulled out the Seven of Wands, okay? And the Seven of Wands deals with somebody who is actually taking the initiative and to try to do it alone. So this is showing up right here. In this position, in the upright position, is actually very good because it's a self-starter. Somebody who sees a problem and tries to fix it, and they don't really they're a lone wolf, and they're willing to stand up for themselves, so that's a really great energy. However, if it just leads to a situation in which you're bickering over mindless things, it's kind of counterproductive, okay? So take it easy, take it easy. You have this King of Wands in the reverse position, so take it easy this month, at least. I these two cards as the outcome earlier because this one slipped out. So the Three of Cups is a very nice celebratory energy, and towards the end of this month, you're not going to feel not going to feel like you're in that celebratory mood until the very end, okay? So just hang in there, let all of this pass by, and I feel like it's just mindless bickering energy. And a lot of it, just know that the anguish is all in your head, okay? This is a very mental card due to the swords. So the relationship itself too will repair itself. Is not in the best situation right now because you guys don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. And then if you're single too, the dating scene will pick up where you're meeting a lot more emotionally mature people. And then for those of you too who just relax, take a breather, and don't come on too strong, and don't be too aggressive when it comes to pursuing love interest, okay? I know you think you've been through it all and you know what you want now, so it's just a matter of going out there to get it. But no, timing is actually everything. So if you know what you want, that's great. Most people don't. So let them figure things out for themselves as well. So don't come on too strong. Don't push too hard when it comes to new potential lovers, okay? And then for those who are coupled up, be a little patient with your lover. They might need your love and support. Um, a little more. They might need your emotional support, so just try to be there, and don't offer advice unless it's asked, okay? So try to remain very center this month. I know it's going to be hard with all this energy, so I just feel like it's such a strange mix, but I just feel like there's a lot of work to be done this month externally that is affecting the relationship too, okay? So just ride it out and wait for that nice payoff at the end of the month. And I feel that you will actually have a great time if you get out there and mingle and try to meet other people, because at least you have a good time and you can like make more friends and expand your social circle. So that's always a plus. So I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Please like, subscribe, and share, and also leave me comments. Let me know how this plays out in your life. And I will be back next week for the weekly tarot reading. So thanks for watching.